Finance Units Section 2, Investments. We'll take a look at some options that you have for putting money in a savings account that will grow due to interest rates. First is regular savings account. It has several good points for it. It's very easy to use. This is generally the first thing that children are introduced to with going to a bank and putting money in a savings account. It's liquid. By that, what that means is you can put the money in today, tomorrow if you need that, you can withdraw the money. There's generally no strings or requirements of time. It's also safe. Most banks have FDIC, which stands for Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, which means if the bank should fail, this corporation will step in and will cover the loss up to a value of $250,000. Downside is the interest rates are very low because of this liquid aspect to a regular savings account. Currently, if you get 0.1%, that's probably a high-paying regular savings account. Some other options are certificates of deposit, oftentimes referred to as CD. Some positives are they are also insured. Should the bank fail, your investment or deposit will be covered. They have a higher interest rate. A possible negative for a CD is that when you put money into an account, it has to be kept in that account for a set amount of time. It's not as liquid as that regular savings account. Minimum of time might be 3 months, and it could be as much as 5 years or even longer. Downside is that it does require a minimum deposit. Oftentimes that starts at $500. It can be $10,000 depending on the account. And should you need that money before it matures or the time that you placed it in there, if you cancel out early on your certificate of deposit, it is subject to a penalty, which is generally the loss of the last interest that it earned. Other options are money market accounts, which are somewhat similar to a certificate of deposit. They are paying higher interest rates than a regular savings account. They can be variable, which means that that interest rate changes based on the market versus a certificate of deposit generally is locked in for the period of time. Some money market accounts will allow you to write checks off from that account. There can be fees associated with this, especially if you have a balance that falls below a minimum. Perhaps you need to maintain a $500, $10,000, $100,000 balance. Should it fall below that with writing checks, you can be assessed a fee. Also, a fee can occur if you write too many checks. The bank is counting on a certain amount of money being in this type of account, and so they have a restriction on the minimum balance as well as the number of checks. Other options that you can invest your money in are bonds. This is essentially where you're acting as the banker and are loaning money to the government. You may be familiar with U.S. savings bonds. It can be corporations, schools, when they have some building project, or municipalities will issue bonds for individuals to loan money, essentially in the form of buying a bond. The fixed amount of interest to be paid over a certain amount of time. This interest will be paid, or you, the bondholder, will collect it at the maturity. You can buy or sell these at any time. They have value to them, which is a good thing. And they're less risky than buying stocks, which are subject to perhaps the whims of the stock market and the economy. Another plus for a bond is certain types avoid state or local tax on the earnings.